Do you struggle to tell your nonprofit's founding story? If so, give me the next 3 minutes and I'll walk you through how to tell a story that moves millions of dollars to your nonprofit and can move millions of people. If you don't know me yet, I'm Dan. I am a 4 times nonprofit founder who's raised over 3 million for nonprofits and driven hundreds of thousands of people to create social change. And if there's anything I've learned about stories, it's that nonprofit founders often focus on the wrong things. Nonprofit founders are often focused on the heart and the passion of the story. And while it's important to go deep with a story, we don't just tell stories to connect. We tell stories to drive action. So if you want to tell a nonprofit founding story that drives action, here are the 4 things that you need to do. The first is you need to give people a character to relate to. Now, that character in many cases is you, might be your founder. Who were you before you started this nonprofit? Were you a teacher? Were you a former 911 technician? Were you a child in a foster home? Who were you before the nonprofit even crossed your mind? Second, what exactly did you face? What was the challenge that you experienced that made you decide, I need to do something? Did you run into someone who was homeless? Did you experience a horrific accident yourself? Did you see something on the news and decided you had to do something? What was that challenge that you saw? And then third, what was the choice that you made? Take us to the moment, take us to the place that you made the decision to actually start or join a nonprofit. Were you in a bar with a bunch of friends? Did you call up your aunt? Did you pull people together into a room and say, we have to do something about this? Take us to that exact moment that you decided to start this nonprofit. And then finally, what has been the outcome so far? Talk about the momentum. You made this choice, but where did that choice lead? Get us excited about what's next, what's coming up for this nonprofit. Now, you may recognize these 4 things if you spent any time in movies. That's the hero's journey. That is the framework that puts our potential donors and our audience in the decisions and challenges that we made so they understand how we got here and they understand why they should be a part of it. Next time, instead of telling a story, tell your founding story. The character you were, the challenge you faced, the choice you made, and the outcome that it has had so far. And watch how people go from, you go and that sounds great, to how can I help and how do I get involved? Now, if you want to see what 5 of the top founding stories that have raised and moved millions look like, just drop stories below this video and I'll give it to you. So you can craft a founding story that moves donors and your audience to action.